Hey everyone, it's me Edward Jones back for a new video. I'm adding this to a series of videos that I will be doing that involves tools that would be good for urban preppers. I live in the city environment, and I have a skill that I learned living with my grandparents on how to recondition tools, how to sharpen them, remove rust, paint them, grease them, things like that. And that skill has followed me all the way here to Columbia, South Carolina, and I acquired some tools over the years that I believe will be good, in my humble opinion, will be good for those who live in urban environments and may face things like power outages or bad storms, things like that. Today I'll be covering this kind of tool. This is a hacksaw. The thing about hacksaws is that there are different blades that accommodate for your needs. This one is a carbide tooth saw, and it's used for it's good for cutting through steel and aluminum. It's good for cutting through pipes, cutting through old bolts, cutting through old locks, things like that. They make different. You can buy a different blade to suit your needs. Like they make wood cutting blades. And if you need to cut wood, like if you need to cut 2x4s or cut through a floor, cut through maybe sheetrock or plywood, you can do that with those kind of saws. A hacksaw is good in that it requires no external, no energy. Meaning, it requires no energy other than the operators. So if let's say you have a reciprocating saw but the power's out, your battery's dead, you can't charge it. A hacksaw is a good alternate to have. So it's all based on your strength as to how fast and how effective the saw would be. Also, how well you use it, because there's a skill that goes into using not just hacksaws but hand saws in general. One technique is when you're cutting, you push down the forward stroke, but when you pull it back, you lift up to bring the teeth up and put it down to a new position, and then keep cutting. And you keep sawing back and forth without lifting the blade up on the back pull. You dull your blades a lot faster that way. So it's always good to remember. You push down, lift up. When you bring it back, set down, and then push forward again. And that's a good way of sawing through material, especially steel. Because steel, metal is hard. Metal will be harder on your blades, on your teeth and your blades. So you just want to make sure you use that skill. What I like about this hacksaw in particular is that it comes with a quick detachment lever right here, and it's different positions. So you can, you can put different lengths of blades on there, and also it's a different position. So let's say you have to cut at an angle. Take it back up. You can mount the saw blade at an angle like this. So if you couldn't get into an area that you have to cut into, you can turn the blade and cut from the side. So that's a feature I like about this hacksaw frame. These shouldn't cost too much. I never bought a hacksaw before. I've always bought the blades, but I don't imagine being too expensive. You can go down to your local hardware store and find them. Should be able to find them fairly cheap. Or you can go to pawn shops. They sell a lot of tools. A lot of people pawn old hand tools that they don't need anymore, and then they maybe switch over to getting something that's externally powered by a battery or by gasoline and things like that. But yeah. It's a hacksaw, a good tool for preppers who live in the city. I'll make more videos after this one. I'm Edward Jones, and I hope you enjoy the video.